Hello everyone, welcome back to Tina Teach JavaScript 101 Objects. That's what we're going to be diving into today. And obviously we're going to start with what is an object. So an object, think of a real life object, right? A cup of water, a car, a house, a person, someone else's friend, so on and so forth. An object has properties, right? If I ask you to describe something, whatever information that you give me can serve as an object properties. So names, colors, size, width, height, maybe the date of birth as well, or their preferences, so on and so forth. Methods are also involved. Right. If I'm asking you like, oh, what does a person like to do, right? Or what does she like to do, your friend? And you can say, oh, she loves hiking, she loves walking, running, jumping up and down, and those can serve as methods. Naturally, you can also pass in a function or a method that applies to a value or a bunch of parameters that you're going to pass in as a property of an object. You don't have to manually assign everything if you don't know the value of a property, let's say. Different objects can have the same methods, but perform at separate intervals. In real life, this would be maybe you have two friends and they love hiking, but the first one loves hiking in the morning, and the second one loves hiking at night, right? Same thing, but different time, separate intervals. In a sense, you can see objects as variables, but way, way more advanced and expanded. Since variables only hold a single value, objects can hold as much as you can put in there, as much as relevant, okay? Moving on to creating an object. We're just going to familiarize with the syntax. We're not delving into the coding or programming aspect just yet, because currently we can create an object, but we don't, have any means of utilizing it. And when we touch on that topic in the future, I will give you a demonstration, okay? Person, first name, Annie, age 10, favorite food, cherries, okay? Make no mistake, you can write the same thing on the same line like this, but that's obviously harder to read, so we're just going to separate it by new space, and don't forget the comma, okay? If you don't have the comma, it's going to be a whole new error. And moving on to Annie's friend, right? Annie's friend, this is another way of creating and assigning an object. You can have it empty and then add everything else in at a later date, right? It's basically the same thing, but you get to add in the properties much later if you'd like. First name Mario, age 12, favorite fruit, mushroom, okay? They're the same thing. They operate the same way. Now, moving on to object methods. As I've mentioned, you can put a function as, in place of a fixed value. So full name function, return this. I want you to pay attention to the this keyword. This points to this. Okay, so this just meaning, this whole object, this object, right? Dot first name plus, I'm gonna add spacing, otherwise the Annie and Goodworth is put together. And this last name, very straightforward. So the full name, in order to get the full name, add the first name of person and the last name of person with spacing in between. And then you would get Annie Goodworth, and that's one of the ways that you can utilize methods in objects. Last but not least, accessing the properties. And we're going to use index, but we're going to go with the property name, okay? Object name, property name, any friend, age. If you print this out, it's going to give us 12. So that's it for today's lesson. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and stay tuned. See you next time.